Now, what has happened there in that particular case? Firstly, the trial court has went with the trial. Trial court has went with the trial, and it has went with the hang till death. Hang till death. Then what is happening? Then the person is moving to the High Court. High Court kept it upheld. Kept it upheld. Then what is happening? He is reaching to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court upheld. Then he is reaching to the Mr. President for pardoning, revision, etc., etc. Mr. President didn't entertain. That means didn't entertain means reject. He has rejected. What was the name of this? Mercy plea. Mercy plea. The mercy plea has been got rejected. Then the person is coming to the to the SC and filing the revision. Filing the revision. Revision is getting rejected. Revision is getting rejected. That means the final outcome is the hang till death. হয়ে গেল? Now, under these circumstances, on the next day, 5:30 a.m. it has been got scheduled that the execution is going to take place. Right now, 5:30 a.m. Now, this gentleman already the revision already has been get heard. Please try to understand. Already has been get heard, got rejected. Next day, 5:30 a.m. Now, under the circumstances, what is happening? That his lawyer is reaching to the residence of the that particular judge. His thing was that the procedural lapse was there. Procedural lapse was there, and obviously it is going to be get amounted. If it is going to be get implemented, that means the execution, it is going to be get amounted to the miscarriage of justice. Miscarriage of justice. So this is this. This is this. Now, this was the 3-bench judge that has heard the revision petition. 3-bench judge right now. So the rest of the 2 judges came to the residence of that particular judge. Now the lawyer, that the advocate, raised the thing that for the revision, for the revision application, when it is related to the death penalty, two ingredients are there. It should be, first one, it should be get hard. And the second one, pronouncement of the verdict. Pronouncement of the verdict. The advocate mentioned this in front of these three judges that when one revision application is that is related to the death penalty is going to be get heard, and the verdict, that the outcome, obviously the outcome would be the verdict would be get pronounced in the open court, for must it is going to happen in the open court, in no other court. Open court means what I am trying to say? Open court means that for the revision, the judge also can hear the things in his chamber. But that would not be applicable here. It must be, because it was related to the death penalty, it should be get heard in the open court. And it was not for that NITHARI case. It was not. So, and he cited the earlier Supreme Court judgments that was corroborating this concept that the death penalty should be get heard when the revision is getting filed. That should be get heard in the open court, not in the personal chamber of the judges. So already the precedents were there. So under that circumstances, it has been get stalled for indefinite time. That means the judgment has not been get overruled. Please try to understand. It has been get stalled. So that was the first breakthrough of the case. Now the journey, by this time, everybody you know, at least that experienced you have become with me when you are attending the classes, or one murder case, and that too in that kind of the complexity that was there. It is not that the overnight that the trial has been get completed. And the journey from the trial to the High Court, Supreme Court, President, mercifully, etc., it has not taken place something 1 month, 2 months, or 1 year, or 2 years. So that was the thing. From here the lawyer is entering. One lawyer, one advocate, Juk Chaudhary. Now he was different agenda remains for different lawyer. Not for everyone. Most of the people go only for the money. He was some kind of the aghast kind of the feeling for the death penalty. So wherever the death penalty cases used to be, he used to appear. He was from Oxford, went with his degree. So his thing was that death penalty should be get abolished. So that person entered there, stopped the judges. Now what is happening when the Supreme Court again has heard this thing. ঠিক আছে, ওপেন কোর্টে করব। Supreme Court upheld. That means this person should be get executed. ঠিক। Now, what is happening? The case when reach to some other bench led by your just 1 year former Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud. Now Chandrachud went for the remission. See, the clock has started to move on the other side from here on. He has went with the remission. Ground that he cited, the ground was that the mercy plea that the person was filing the mercy plea, and then finally Supreme Court is coming out, division etc. It has taken motamoti 2.5 years. So this delay. This was the first one. That Chandrachud went with. Second thing he has came out, that the person has been kept in the solitary confinement for at around more than 3 years. More than 3 years. That is not possible, because the concept of the solitary confinement is this, that the maximum you can keep someone for 2 months. Max to max. You can keep someone in 2 months, that too with the due, after taking the due permission and the procedure within to be followed, with the due permission from the judiciary. Not from executive or etc. That the jail authority. So here the 3 years, more than 3 years, that the person was in solitary confinement. দেখো চন্দ্রচূড় কেমন জাজ ছিল, আর এটা থেকে তোমাদেরকে একটা লেসন দেব. So this was the two ground for the remission for Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud. Standing over what? Are you getting? Standing over what? যারা পড়েছে, যে কনস্টিটিউশন পড়েছে সে সব জানে, আর যে মুখস্থ করে বেরিয়ে গেছে সে ওরকম করেই বুঝবে. তোমরা কি বলে দেবে, আমাকে হেল্প করবে, আর্টিকেল 21 এ কি বলা হয়েছে এক্সাক্ট সিঙ্গেল লাইনারটা? রেমিশন করে দিল. যখনই রেমিশনটা করে দিল, এরা বুঝলো the case has now started to tremble, because অত বড় gigantic mountain finally you have inserted one hole. The thing is like becoming like this, na? Now they came out with the things, they filed the things that it should be, because the error of the justice is there, miscarriage of the justice is there, because one thing has been get found. So they cited different filed one application with different reason to corroborate their things, that why it is not maintainable, it should not be maintainable under the eye of the law. This is the phrase we do use. It is not, as for example, not maintainable in the eye of the law. এই ফ্রেজগুলো ইউজ করার চেষ্টা করবে, মেইনটেনেবল ইন দ্য আই অফ দ্য ল। যেখানে নট, ইট ইজ নট মেইনটেনেবল ইন দ্য আই অফ দ্য ল ইউজ করবে, ঠিক। হাইকোর্ট সেড, সুপ্রিম কোর্ট সেড, okay, whatever your grievances, you go to the high court, I am not going to hear, ঠিক। Allahabad High Court always remain in the news for bad reason, now for good reason, you see, সবার দিন আছে। Now two judge bench, it should, I should not, but on that sense I am not saying the composition of the bench is one Hindu judge, one Muslim judge, because whatever that regarding these days the communality is playing the role in our divisive politics, but you see one Hindu judge, one Muslim judge. Anyway, at day's end they are the law. What is happening there? They place their things, obviously it is going to take the time. So the thing was there, the case totally was relied over that the prosecution was totally relied on the confession of the accused, that was the first thing, the statement of the accused. Then the second one, that the demonstration that how he used to do the things, it has taken place obviously in front of the one board. Medical expert was there, the director of the AIMS, and over this, obviously it will be voluminous. I always say that just make everything zero. So mainly over these two things, prosecution's confession and the demonstration that how he has committed the crime, that the particular case has travelled from trial court to the High Court, Supreme Court, curative petition, revision, this. D.Y. Chandrachud has went with the remission. Please try to understand. Not he has allayed the conviction, life term. That means the offence has been got committed. ठीक ना? So under that circumstances, his lawyer came out with the things that for this first bullet point, that this thing, even merely those who attend my classes or listen minutely, at least they are also aware about the things. Nobody is having the law background here. That whatever the confession you are giving in the police custody under section 161 CRPC, that is not going to be get treated as the evidence. কতবার তোমাদেরকে ক্লাসে বলেছি, ঠিক? তাহলে বুঝতে পারছো এটার ফেট কি হবে। সেকেন্ড, demonstration in the police custody. What was that? The demonstration that within the police custody, when he was in the police custody, setting some kind of the dummy. He has shown that how he used to do the things with the X. He used to chop the things and then used to cook, etc., etc., etc. So regarding this particular demonstration in the police custody, the advocate raised the question. The advocate raised the question that it never possible that within the police custody this kind of the forensic test without the permission of the court, without the permission of the court, that means judiciary, is not possible. Is not possible. Rather, it is, this language you know, ultra vires. This is ultra vires in nature. ঠিক দুটো জিনিসে একটাও দাঁড়াচ্ছে না. Then he came out with the postmortem report. In the postmortem report, that means that the body that has been got recovered, there it has been got mentioned that the precision cut was there, precision cut and sharp cut. Precision cut and sharp cut. Now the precision cut with the X is not possible. দেখো কোথায় থেকে কোথায় যাচ্ছে এবার, because the precision cut is only possible. Precision cut, we use this word in the medical lexicon. Only it is possible for the doctor, and obviously it is not possible with the X. The scalpel kind of the thing remains. So that means the precisely know what to put your blade or the scalpel, whatever made. Yeah, you know exactly the point. So this was not possible with the X. Point number 4, that the X with X he used to chop, etc., etc. The X has not been get recovered. দেখো কোথা থেকে কোথায় যাচ্ছে, শুধু দেখতে থাকো. X has not been got recovered. Then one committee has been get formed. One committee has been get formed to look after this thing. That committee in its report also mentioned this, that the precision cut was there. They agreed with the things, that the committee that has been get formed, they agreed with the things. Now that particular crime, if this is the crime has taken place, this is the premises, that means that the house, right now. Crime has taken place here, outside of the premises, adjacent, but not within. Take. Now the committee has submitted the report, precision cut. Now one doctor was there adjacent to that particular crime scene in that locality. One doctor was there, maybe his house was here. He was earlier arrested for some kidney trafficking case. case, that person, when the question of the precision cut at least is coming everywhere, and police in his report also submitted, and during the argument also to prove his case, again and again repeated that so precisely and so in the orchestrated manner that the Kohli has cut all the things. You have to give the description of the crime, right now. So again and again in the court record, it has been found precise cut. When the committee submitted the report, forget about this person. The authority never ever have, for just once even, has went with some interrogation with this person. They never ever have called. কথাটা এবার বুঝতে পারছো? আমার মনে হয় তোমরাই নিজেরাই বুঝতে পারছো আমি যখন পয়েন্টগুলো রেজ করছি। So under these circumstances, and another thing was there, that was with the Chandrachud. I have forgotten. I am coming. So under these circumstances, how it is possible to uphold the verdict that at the first instance that the trial court has pronounced. It is not that the benefit of doubt. তোমাদের কি মনে হয়? আর চন্দ্রচূড়, যেটা বললাম ভুলে গেছি, চন্দ্রচূড়টা কোথায় গেল? হ্যাঁ, এই এখানে একটা জিনিস ছিল যেটা হাইকোর্টও নিয়েছিল, যে দ্যাট পারসন হ্যাজ complained the things, that means the accused, a complaint that in the police custody he has been get tortured. For say, they used to beat him, they used to take out his nails, they used to put the petrols in the rectums. So severity. But neither the court nor the police went with the medical examination. So this thing itself proved that the torture has taken place. So that was another ground for the remission. Now again come back. So the argument was there in front of the Allahabad High Court. Allahabad High Court finally came out. Not one iota, a simple iota of evidence, not a simple iota of evidence has been got established by the prosecution. It is a totally miscarriage of the justice. So under that circumstances, it has reached immediately, the CBI rushed, the state rushed to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, after hearing all the stuff, Supreme Court upheld this thing, the High Court judgment. Now immediately in the newspaper, in your mobile in the mobile also the notification came that the NITHARI killing. Everybody is saying, see. This is justice system. Even that person is also escaping from the law. This is called quick learning and quick understanding, where no understanding happens. Just ওপরের জিনিসটাকে উঠিয়ে নাও, দিয়ে করে দাও সঙ্গে সঙ্গে। তো এর যে জাজ, আর তোমাদেরকে একটা কথা বলি, এটা 3 বেঞ্চ জাজ ছিল, এরকম নয় যে উল্টো পাল্টা জাজ। এই সূর্যকান্ত, বিক্রমনাথ এদের বেঞ্চ ছিল, এতটা সহজ নয় ব্যাপারটা। তাই ও লয়ার ফাইনালি কনক্লুড করছে, whenever there is a media trial, justice is the biggest casualty. Evidence which would have been rejected by a law student হওয়ার দরকার নেই, তোমরাই রিজেক্ট করে দেবে, was accepted by judge after judge, including the judges of the Supreme Court. This is called the travesty of justice. This is called, যখন এরকম কোনো কিছু লেখা পাবে যেখানে জাস্টিস ফাস্টিস এরকম হয়েছে, বা এসেতে ভালো লেখা যায় এই ফ্রেজটা, ট্র্যাভেস্টি অফ জাস্টিস, ট্র্যাভেস্টি অফ জাস্টিস। Travesty of justice. What has happened with that person? দেখো, we do not try after the things. Again and again, I am saying that our knowledge has become that superb that we think that it just takes 30 seconds or 10 seconds, I am going to understand this thing. So from there, now from that practice, our perseverance, our concentration, all are getting diluted. Social media knows everything. Our thing is this. So our brain is also now getting engineered on that. Social media knows everything. On those days, the social media was not there. Media used to be there. Take as the way media changed this case, you see that even the judge also forgotten what to do. Now this is the age of social media. Previously, what used to happen? As for example, you are attending the class. Previously, what used to happen? Either your newspaper or your television set. তো ওখানে কিছু লোক টেলিভিশনে ঢুকে গেল, some cable channel came, Star, Far, etc. ফার্স্টে ছিল দূরদর্শন। তো অ্যাওয়ারনেস বাড়ছে আস্তে আস্তে, but still already the Aztak, Fastak has been got landed, etc. Now you are go back to that particular time, travel there. As for example, you are coming to the classes, here no access of the television, okay? Then you will go back to your home by bus, train, etc. No access of the things. Then finally, when you are switching on your TV, it takes time some. Right now, because you are in the office, You are in the school, you are in the colleges, you are in your different places. Now what is happening? Everywhere you are going with the mobile. So the world is all the time is eyeing at you. আরে আজকের কি অবস্থা? সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া সব জানে। এই লোকটার কি হলো? This colleague came from Uttarakhand to earn some money, obviously to earn some money. Came from the Uttarakhand to work as a domestic help. When he left home, there the widowed mother was there, wife was there, one little child was there, and his wife was pregnant at that time. Then within the span of less than 1 year, this is happening. 13 cases was there over this person. Total 90 days custody. Under the BNS now it is possible. But at that time the 15 days maximum police custody. So 90 days custody. Then finally when the verdict came out, hang till death, his mother came to meet him for once. Brothers, as they have been got pested with the killer of brothers, etc., etc., they left the place and changed their name also. Wife has been got married to someone other. Mother have been got died in between. Initially, one person couldn't realize what is happening. So that the justice has delivered to him. Police is saying, you have done this thing, etc., etc. Media is showing everybody. We are trying to take the best angle, being the media photographer, that what would be the face of the person who chop the body, cooks in the oil. Somebody is asking whether you used to fry it in the refined oil or the mustard oil, and everybody we are trying to, yes, ও কেমন দেখতে হয়, eagerly we are looking after this thing. Immediately we have came to the conclusion. Okay. CBI expert agency went with all the investigation. That person when realized that hang till death, oh, that means I'm not going to be get freed. That person that time has learned how to fight cases soul, being soul. And a murkho lok say he is learning now how to fight the case, the language that has been got written in Hebrew to him. আর সে কেসটা তারপর লড়ছে, and that person has cross-examined whatever was possible for him, cross-examined that the witnesses was there on the side of the prosecution, that person himself cross-examined them. আমি কি মেসেজটা তোমাদেরকে দিতে চাইছি? If you want to do something, na, it's possible, but there is no shortcut. And under tremendous pressure, you know that the best of you is going to come out, but for that you have to be within the intense pressure, the darkest of yours, otherwise it's not possible. তুমি যদি এখানে বসে থাকো, তুমি যদি ভাবো হয়ে যাবে, this is the most toughest time I am going with, you do not know what is the toughest time. This person knows what is the toughest time. To what extent one time can be tough, this gentleman knows. So when these lawyers used to meet him thereafter, because these big lawyers immediately is not going to appear, right now, they intervened too later, otherwise in the trial court the case would be in trouble, right now. As Supreme Court was already went with the verdict. So when in the lower court that the ancillary cases, that in one case 13 cases were there, in one case they have went with the hang till death, right now, that it has completed the trial and reached to the things, right now. So the other cases that the trial court, in the trial court it was going on, Supreme Court judgment is the precedent, sir. Supreme Court is saying that the prosecution, this particular point, that the prosecution, that the confession he has given, Supreme Court treated it justified. So being the trial court, how can do I reject this thing that with the basic of the law? No, it's not possible. Supreme Court is binding over me, and one out of the rest of the 12 cases, one judge has already in his order has mentioned this thing, that it is binding on us. বুঝতে পারছি? So when you are going with this kind of the situation in your life, that the best is going to come out. We are very much within the Gandhi. So without some kind of the anarchy, the stability never is going to be get established. Always remember. So that the short-witted, that the effort that we put after the things, that is not going to give you the result. It's not like that like the family, that you are talking to someone and that person is saying your presence is giving one grace here. No, it's not like that. দেখবে যে ওই বিয়ে বাড়ির কার্ডে, in the invitation card it remains your gracious present. The person who doesn't have any kind of the know what to do in the life, he knows only one thing, to earn the money and begotten one child and then to die. That person is becoming grace over someone. Now try to imagine the level of that particular person who is feeling graced with the presence of that person. ঠিক না? So this is this. জীবনে চলতে চলতে অনেক কিছু হয়ে যায়, অনেক ব্যাপার হয় জীবনে, so it's not a big deal. প্রেসারে যখন তুমি থাকবে, you know that in the pressure, when you would be in the pressure, that the best thing is going to come.